Welcome to Goat Camp. We have hiked into some of the coolest, craggiest, goaty looking backcountry. Lots of nannies' kids, but where's their daddy?
Well, it's been a grind, but still got time. When he stops killing.
Probably by far the most challenging hunt I've ever been on. This hunt has just taught me so many lessons. He is gorgeous! There are a few hunts left on my bucket list. It's not that I've gotten every species, but there are 2 hunts that I've been saving up for and dreaming about and just haven't had them happen yet. One is a grizzly hunt and another is a mountain goat hunt. As I'm going to all these different auctions with my husband, the auctioneer, I started seeing some of these conservation tags for mountain goat, and I thought, well, geez, once you start adding up the cost of going to either Alaska or BC for mountain goat, airfare for my cameraman, I started to think that I could probably buy a conservation tag and it'd be cheaper than booking a hunt down the road. All the stars aligned this last year. I sold my house in Montana in a good real estate market, and I thought, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set my cap, I'm gonna go to a bunch of these auctions, and maybe I can actually get a mountain goat tag. And the first auction that I bid, I didn't get it. The price went too high. But the second one, I was the winning bidder and couldn't believe it because I thought I'm actually going to get to go mountain goat hunting in the lower 48. What a great way to kick off moving to the beautiful state of Utah. Well, we climbed up to the top here on this really nice hiking trail. Gives you a really good bird's eye view here, 360. We've seen a nanny and some young ones over here, but running the brand new Razor 13 to 39 by 56, it is such a perfect scope to throw in your pack, especially with the switchback tripod. It's super lightweight. It's amazing, the clarity. You don't lose any optical performance, but this little guy is awesome for the backcountry on this style of hunt. But we're gonna move off and look at some of these other ridges, and it's been an awesome first day of scouting for my Utah goat tag. It's really interesting to me having a tag for a species you really don't know much about. I didn't know about their rut. You know, I really didn't know a whole lot about nannies versus billies and their behavior. But one thing that Utah does is it makes you take an online course about mountain goats before you get to hunt them. And it was actually a fantastic video. And then to be able to go into the mountains and see all these things you just learned, it just makes you connect even more to this beautiful species. I'm just jacked right now because we were packing up stuff ready to head out, and I look below me and in come a bunch of nannies and kids. So it was super fun. They were only 300 yards away from us. Wish we had the big camera with us, and I wish I'd have remembered the phone scope adapter, but we got some footage. They worked below us up to 200, 250 yards, and it was so cool. What an awesome first day of scouting. But looking at that, we better get out of here. I believe it was on day 3 we were scouting. John was using the big Vortex spotter, and we were probably 2 miles away from this ridge that he was looking at. And John just happened to catch this lone goat in between the timber way up high, and we thought that's gotta be a big billy. I can't believe you actually spotted that in this big billy in the timber.
I'll take a little luck any day.
That is an exciting way to end the day. So the next day, we decided to climb up to the opposing ridge, super high, got up there, started glassing around, and sure enough, we found him, and it was a collared billy. We found him all alone, right on the middle of that beautiful face over there. He's got a collar on, which on one hand You hate to take an animal with a collar because, you know, those biologists have been working really hard to get data and all that kind of thing, but it's totally legal. But it's definitely by far the nicest billy that we have found in 4 days. And he's just in the most beautiful spot. You can see him with the naked eye. We called the division, told them exactly where we saw this goat. They pulled up their reports, had no information of any live or active collars on that mountain. We knew it was a dead collar. So that turned out to be definitely our target billy. Well, the day is finally here where my hunt is actually starting. We've spent 4 days scouting. The one we spotted on our last day of scouting, we're hoping to find again and get a little bit closer look. We were 1,250 yards away, but it looked to be a billy, but we're gonna go and try to find him. The last time we saw that collared billy, he was on that ridge, but a lot lower than what we can see right now. But we thought we'd just park here for a bit, glass it as best we can. Plus it's a nice advantage of some of these ridges over here. And if all else fails, we can't see past that. We're gonna drop down around this boulder field, climb up to that ridge and glass across. He could easily be on the backside too. That just crept around the very top where the rocky ledge kind of meets the timber, and it's amazing how they can just kind of pop out of nowhere. And there's a lot of this mountain that we still can't see, lower part, but we're gonna sit here in glass, watch that nanny, and if we can't pick up the billy, we'll go a little bit closer and see what we see down below. But it's getting chilly out. Looks like we're probably gonna get some rain here. 18%, and of course there's rain. It kind of looks like it's just a short little rain cloud that might blow over, so we're taking refuge. And if you've ever hunted with me, you know that snacks are a priority. So we're always looking for a good excuse to take a break and eat snacks. The rain subsided and we've been sitting here for a few hours just glassing, and all we've come up with is that nanny and kid at the top of the mountain. We decided today when we drove over from the house that we weren't going to set up camp right away, that we were going to start the hunt right away. But there's kind of a lull in the day, so we think we're going to hike back down to the truck, find a good camp spot, set up camp. There's some spots down below to kind of glass up here. I think that's a good plan. That way we're not setting up camp in the dark. What do you think, John Bear?
Did you bring more of these chocolate gummy bears?
I hope so, because I didn't pack any.
They're so good.
Like I said, we're all about the snacks here at Skullbound Chronicles.
Maybe we'll see a bear.
Lucky if Polly and I started eating gummy bears years back when we started hunting bears together.
Beside grizzly bears.
Mating grizzly bears. Well, we got camp all set up and the rain passed us by, but we got some bad news. The target goat we were after, the dead collared goat, has been killed. The only reason we know that is friends of friends, and that was the collar that got shot off the same mountain we were hunting, and it has a dead collar, so it has to be that billy. So we came down to this beautiful lake. There's 3 big peaks to glass, and Heath was the first one to spot what we thought was a good goat all by itself in that chute way over there, absolutely like 3 miles away. But you could still watch it. We got out the big Razor HG and could tell that it was a nice bigger goat all alone, but it did the classic telltale sign of squatting, and that's what nannies do. So it's probably a lone nanny. And in most of the cases when we were seeing the goats, they were pretty far away, like sometimes well over a mile or two. So that's when you're really looking for their behavior, and how they pee is actually the number one thing to really determine the difference. When a Billy pees, he pees like a racehorse, and when a nanny pees, she pees like a girl dog, kind of squatting. Those are the differences that we're looking for when looking for a mountain goat. Well, it was a little rough night last night. It was definitely a cold one, off and on poured rain. It's a chilly one this morning, but we're gonna do a bunch of scouting more so this morning, and then got a couple of spots we really want to hike into. Welcome to Goat Camp. Looks like we might have a nice day. It's gotten nicer out, sun's coming out, it's warming up a little bit.
Don't jinx it.
Oh.
Trying to look at a lot of timber.
Yeah, no billies today. Not even any nannies or kids in here that we've been able to pick up. It's crazy. Still an absolute beautiful day. I mean, just to be in this kind of terrain is a gift, always a gift. That we've got, able bodies to get back here is a gift. But if you're looking for something to get me, Lord, a nice billy would be amazing. The sun is going down, so is the temperature, but right before dark here, he'd spotted a bunch of white marshmallows on the mountain behind me, and there were 16 mountain goats. What a fun way to end the day. Absolutely beautiful out today. There is a skip of snow on everything. I feel like I'm in a national park. We're all shocked that we haven't seen any goats yet, because it is, I mean, we've seen them other days when scouting, right over there and right over there, but it's been a beautiful hike. super cold. It snowed on us a couple times, but it's already, past 2 o'clock. We're gonna make our way back. I'll take another look around the back of this ridge. This is one of the most spectacular places I've ever had the pleasure of hunting in my life. Seems like around every corner up in these mountains there's a beautiful mountain lake that's just jaw-dropping. It's just so pretty.
Awesome country.
We have hiked into some of the coolest, craggiest, goaty looking backcountry and haven't really seen many goats on our hikes in. We've seen them more from seeing little specks in the distance through our scopes. Just getting a little frustrating. Lots of nannies, kids, which is great, meaning the herd is healthy. Lots of kids. But where's their daddy? We have literally only laid eyes on one mature billy, and he was somebody else's favorite billy too, and that other hunter got there before we did. Got to be patient. Luckily, it's a super long season. I have till the end of October, which is awesome.
Well, I mean, the weather turned off pretty warm this week, so who knows? If I was a big old billy goat, I'd be laid up in the shade, so they'll show up.
Poor Heath, I did not set aside for him to be with me for an entire month of mountain goat hunting. And luckily, he was able to spend 6 full days with us. So after Heath left, it was up to poor John, my husband.
Good morning. Hopefully we can find the goats. So
It was our first really big hunting adventure. We've hunted bears before and antelope and of course coyotes, but every day it was hiking in to the mountains to get up high, to glass and see. And most of the time when we spotted the mountain goats, they were, a mile or two away. And then you've got to think, okay, tomorrow, if you got to open up the Onyx maps and look at it on the 3D on your laptop and think, okay, this is how we could get in and maybe climb up here. And when you add on to the top of my fear of heights, well, let's just say I didn't even know what a panic attack was until this hunt. We got cliffed out. I mean, I feel like I'm dangling off the edge right here. And we wanted to get up high to glass over on this other ridge. I can't go any further. Even climbing up to where I did, you have to cross this big rocky avalanche field. And to me, every step I'm so cautious of because I don't want to spin and twist my ankle. I don't want to have a rock move and fall on my hand as I'm gripping up. And all those things you think about because it's like the last thing you want to do is ruin your hunt. My fear of heights definitely caused a little panic. Our last day was a bun burner. 14 and a half miles, it turned out to be, without seeing a goat. Since then, we have gotten about 4 to 6 inches up here in the mountains in some spots, but hopefully the next few days look to be in the 50s and 60s and it'll melt off because I'll tell you one thing, it is really hard to spot mountain goats in the snow. Good news is, we've got goats. Finally spotted goats because we've been kind of skunked the last couple of days. But the bad news, nanny and kids. New day, new area. We seem to be in Nannyville. We felt we had the curse of the squatters. We would hike 3 or 4 miles into an area, set up the spotting scope, and just take our time and peel the area apart, and we'd see a goat all alone, way up high in the cliffs. Okay, here's a billy. We'd watch it, and sure, out would plop a kid.
well, it's been a grind, but we still got time, so we're good.
We saw over 25 nannies, over 20 kids, which is great. It's meaning the recruitment is coming up. The herd is looking healthy, but we just had a tough time finding that billy. John Bear's officially done planning the days. We had gone up high on a ridge, got out the spotting scope, and we saw these 3 goats in an area that we'd not seen mountain goats yet. They're on that shelf. Where we first spotted them, they were in a rock slide. And if they came back out to the rock slide, it looks like we could get up above them within a few hundred yards. We could tell there was definitely a kid, and it looked like 2 big, mature mountain goats. And when we popped over, I could see the back of one of the goats, and we were only 200 yards away. So this was exciting. This was actually looking at goats through the scope, through that vortex scope. We thought this was it. We were only a couple hundred yards away, and sure enough, after about an hour, they got up to shift positions, walked out, nanny, and a kid. I would be lying if I wasn't completely disappointed at this stage of the game. We'd gotten down off the mountain. We were trying to just use that last hour of light and glass. And sure enough, we spotted this billy on the back of a ridge that was impossible to get to, but we knew if he just walked around the ridge, we could climb that face on the other side. And so it was our plan that next day that we could hunt to go into the area and try to find that goat. The hunt that keeps on going. Day 17 here on the Utah Mountain Goat Hunt. This morning we have good news. We have what we believe is a big billy spotted on the backside of a hellacious ridge. The funny thing is, that's the ridge that we started out day 1 of the hunt on. We're watching this billy with the phone scope, trying to get some footage, and also watch him where he beds down. And then we're gonna try to figure out how to make a play. He is at the top of the mountain. Like SpongeBob.
4 hours later.
Well, we're not even halfway there. And it's, down to a t-shirt. Snow on the ground. This goat worked his way around the corner, but we're just praying he works his way back and that we can get up there to him. But it's beautiful out, no wind, no air. If I go more than today, it's definitely the hardest hunt I've ever been. It's tied with my bighorn ram. Heath and I did, I think it was a total of 17 days. That what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We get to what we think is a couple hundred yards away from this goat. We peer over the ridge, and there he is, feeding in this rocky gray shale. I was excited to only be a couple hundred yards away from this goat. At the same time, when I looked over there and saw how this terrain swooped and then dropped off to 1,000 vertical drop off to your death, I literally looked at John and said, I don't think I can get over to him. I don't think if we get this goat, I can even get there to him. And of course he was like, we can do this, you can do this, but you cannot shoot that goat where he is right now. If he rolls, he will roll down the gray and slide down, and we will never get him.
Not yet. Not yet. Patience, babe, you're gonna get him. One more step, cowboy. Come on, make one more step. When he stops, kill him. Right there, kill him.
Babe, he didn't even move.
Babe.
He didn't even move. Babe, that thing, he didn't even roll.
Oh my God, these are tears of joy. I'm so, probably by far the most challenging hunt I've ever been on, and I'm so thrilled with it. Babe, we did it. We did it. We did it.
You did it.
Oh my gosh, we did it.
You did it.
I'm not sure I can get to him.
Oh, we're getting
But
there.
we did it. This right here. When you get over the hump, and trust me, on that climb up, I don't know how many panic attacks I was having. But to have it come to fruition, being with my new husband, my man, my partner, my hero, I'm just so excited. I'm also really nervous. I don't know if I can get over it. I'm like crying and laughing at the same time. I'm not. Ooh.
You did it. I am so proud of you. Now I can go back to work and get some rest.
Here we are, the goat's about 100 yards that way, but this is so cool. Here's his tracks from today, you know, in this huge saddle up on top of the world. And look where he dug out and bedded. That is so cool. Look at that. There's a piece of his hair and a track, and oh my gosh, they just love being on top of the world.
This country is insane.
I started walking along the cliff face, and my goat's only 100 yards, laying right there, dropped in his tracks. I can honestly say I've never been more afraid in my life.
Hunt with Jana, they say. It'll be fun. You'll do lots of cool stuff.
I was walking along the side of this rock wall, truly terrified because your feet, it was so rock hard that your feet wouldn't dig in.
Goat beds under the ledge.
And even though it doesn't look that steep, if you slid and couldn't get your ground, there was a part where there were no rocks or trees or anything before it just dropped over the edge. He actually dropped in such a good spot. We made our way over to my goat, and I don't know if I've ever just felt so proud to have done it. My fear of heights, the length of the hunt, but when I sunk my hand into that white, beautiful fur, made it all the more real. And I was just elated that everything came together. This hunt has just taught me so many lessons over and over, like any challenge. We really worked our butts off for this one, 17 days, and we're not done yet. We still gotta get the goat off the mountain, no doubt, but it's been an amazing, I've learned so much about these beautiful animals, and I just have such a new appreciation for them. God, the body is so huge, and yes, you eat mountain goat, so I'm really excited to try that, and just feel blessed to have this opportunity. I was hell-bent on getting that goat deboned into both of our packs and off the mountain with enough light to get back down that ridge. I'm not gonna lie, I could not get my pack across that chute. I was so afraid. My hero is over there bringing my pack. Even though that was only 100 yards, that was probably the scariest moment of my, decades of hunting big game. You're my hero.
Might be a lot of things, but I ain't no hero.
Yeah, you are. I'll take it from here, cowboy.
Alrighty.
I don't know if I've ever been more relieved. We still had a few miles back to the trailhead. It's hard to explain to someone who maybe hasn't been on that style of a hunt, but I've always said this, the plethora of emotions that hunting creates, from excitement and disappointment to elation to being proud that you did it. It has been one of the most incredible days. Incredible hunts of my life, and I'm walking out of here just feeling super grateful. Hunts there's nothing like it that create that plethora of emotions. But I can tell you, when we finally got back to Sandy, my Chevy, there were tears, blood, sweat, and tears of pure joy. Welcome to sheep camp.
Good.
Huh?
Good.
Oh, God.
I'm being choked with candy.
Good though, those chocolate ones. That's Heath.
So good.
Heath's problem. He introduced me to the chocolate cinnamon Costco.
Chocolate cinnamon bears.
That is one sturdy dandelion. Yeah, that's it. We're done for the day.
We're out of gummy bears.
We ran out of cinnamon chocolate gummy bears.
This is a little Sunday afternoon stroll with Skullbound.